Welcome everybody, all of our members here to another members only video. So we have them saying that there's life-threatening weather conditions that are traveling, for people traveling across the USA. They're telling people don't get stuck out in this, especially if you're not in an environment that you're used to this type of weather. There's a lot of people saying that you're going to need to buy out your local propane, your local gas and diesel. So Kelly and I went out today, and our local environment, we have the government telling you to get ready, that the last storm that came through was one that was going to maybe weigh down the trees. This one's going to be the one that takes them down. Power lines down, you could be without access for days or weeks. We were like, you know what, let's just go top off just the things that we had used in the last 5 to 7 days since we had made our last run to Sam's Club. Remember when I told you we were going to get those couple of extra topping off things? Well, you know, you use them every single day. So we went through some rice, we went through our canned goods. We're using these Wendy's brand canned chilies. Without the beans, it's like 60% of your daily protein if you eat the whole can. It's really got decent ingredients inside of it. Some of the other chilies have some even better ingredients inside of it. Very minimalist. We've been eating those up. Kelly made some breadsticks, so we're like, you know what, let's go top off exactly what we've used. Look at the environment, look at the local businesses, and people are losing their mind out there. They're buying out all the propane. Gas stations were starting to empty out of gas and diesel. The locals losing it, all because the media told them to. Now, if they would have had their stuff in gear maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they wouldn't even be thinking about it. They'd just be like us going out there and like, hey, I'm just going to top it off if it's available. So they are saying that there's a cold weather event that's happening across the country. It's going to plague. I like how they use these words. Plague the central and east once again, plunging temperatures below zero for extended periods of time. The relentless and bitterly cold air. Now it is going to be kind of rough. I do see some meteorologists out there, even big YouTube guys that are meteorologists. They're saying that it is going to be a pretty rough cold snap. And in fact, in Florida, the northern part of Florida, they're getting their snow plows ready just in case it hits there. So we have these real field temperatures as low as minus 50 degree Fahrenheit. Now that's crazy. I'm going to read this entire thing to you. The cold air will have wide-reaching impacts on everyday life and the economy. Stressed power grids due to increasing heating demands, closed schools, health impacts, and dangerous temperatures. The real field, what feels like as low as negative 50 Fahrenheit. So that's definitely, that'll kill you. You can't mess around with that. That will kill you. Cold snap coming in at a climatological peak of winter when historical average temperatures have hit their lowest. So you should be pretty ready for this. Let's get past this and let's see what else is going on. We've got thousands of people gathering in Washington. They're protesting Donald Trump coming in as the president of the United States. You have women's rights, racial justice warriors. You've got people who say that their own constitutional rights are threatened. And isn't that convenient? That now, they say, after they have stomped down and pushed down your constitutional rights, now they say theirs are threatened. People are wearing certain colors. You know, anytime they wear colors to a protest, there's some bigger things at play there. They say that there's movements that are happening, reproductive rights. Okay, everybody's got their own reason, but most people out there are speaking through such delusion because they don't believe that it is really two butt cheeks of the same butt. It's the same behind. Two different butt cheeks. The left is the left, the right is the right. But right in the middle is what they're really doing to you. They say that they're mostly peaceful. Now, they're going to blame a lot of these people on something bigger happening if it does. The Brits, they are saying that Donald Trump is out there either as a zombie, basically an overly medicated individual run and operated by the CIA, or a hologram who's going to malfunction. So, you know, I've watched Biden, plenty of it. I know people in dementia care. I know people who are fed a perfect blend of neurotropics and other medicines. Ones that allow everything that you hear to just be parroted out through your mouth. So I know what's going on out there. What Trump has got going on is not that. I wish he was 50 years old. I wish there was a better path for our country, but it's not that. They say the 18 to 29-year-olds are most convinced that Trump is not real. Some of them say that he was brought back from the dead by U.S. operatives who control him today. Indestructible, they say. What else? Canterbury Kent says that he knew Donald Trump was a real person in the past, but now he's been suspected of coming back. A little bit of craziness there. Let's see. promised the use of power. So there's a lot of people who are said to be on the incoming, the bad side of what the power slap of the Republican administration. President-elect Trump, about to be president, has promised to use vast amounts of power to seek revenge. Now, did he? Or did he say, what you did was wrong, and we're going to take it back for that? He's going to use the power of the presidency, of the position, to basically make change. He told supporters, I'm your warrior, I am your justice. For those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. Very strong words that were used during the presidential campaigning period. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Let's see what their list is. And you need to watch out. Maybe write these down and see if in 3 months, 6 months, these people have either suffered any sort of calamity on a personal level, or if maybe they've lost their job, lost their houses, got divorces, their vices came out. It really came out in the open that they were just into hookers and cocaine. Who knows? Justice Department Special Counsel. He oversaw the indictments of Trump. Now, Trump said in 2024, Jack Smith should be considered mentally deranged and thrown out of the country. Letitia James, New York State attorney, she sued Trump over the valuation of his real estate properties. Trump has said that she should be prosecuted. You've got Arthur Engoron, New York State Supreme Court. So you see a lot of New York what's happening here. Trump said that both the judge and Letitia should be arrested and punished. Alvin Bragg, now he's a Manhattan district attorney, should be held accountable for the interference in the presidential election. Fani Willis, we all know that that's a whole bag of tricks there. The investigators for the event that happened in January of the last presidential period, saying that they should be prosecuted for what they did to our country. Now, there has been a lot of fishy business going on there. First-term foes, you've got Mark Milley, the general, and a woke train wreck, Trump has said. You've got Cohen, should be prosecuted for lying. So obviously there's a lot going on. Now, the deep state, they use this key frame, they use this keyword in ways that they want it to catch on, right? But what it comes down to is that left butt cheek and that right butt cheek. Why did the camera put me in the middle? That's not right. That left butt cheek and that right butt cheek, what's really happening is the corruption is right there up the crack, right in the middle. And so it's bad, guys. I mean, it's flavored a little bit on the right, flavored a little bit on the left. But what's happening is really bad for you and me. We the people. We're the ones who are protected in the rights of the country in which we reside. We the people. Us versus who? So you've got to really pay attention to that. Trump has said that McCabe committed treason. Now, if they start going after these people, it's going to be all hands on deck. Now, if they start going after the chemical pharmaceuticals, they start going after the people who pushed for the introduction of new medications. Guys, it's crazy town out there. Deemed Trump's enemies, times of anxiety are here. I'm most concerned about the potential for violence, they say, and acts of violence that will continue, not just against me, but members of my family. That's Michael Fanone, former police officer, among those attacked by what they called a pro-Trump crowd. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, or just think about it with your family, with your friends, with your group. What do you think is going to happen here? We've got what's going on tomorrow. We are in the 20th. We already know what's happening there. We already have an idea because the people are speaking out on their own conditions of anonymity. We already have an idea of what the next couple of weeks is going to look like. What about after that? When we see this transition period start to kind of fall down, the smoke starts to kind of go away, and then you can see what's really burning there. What do you think we're going to see? For me, it's going to be no good news. Let's see what else we've got. Whole bunch of things going on. I don't even know if we're going to get to these in this video. Looks like we have almost wrapped up here. CBS News right here says it looks like you're using an ad blocker. Well, do you think, CBS? Why do you think that is? Because I can't read 2 words without watching another ad for some sort of targeted, advertisement that you think, based on my IP address or the other websites I've went to, must be good for me. So yeah, I rebel against that. I try to take some form of sufficiency in myself. So there are ones out there, and let me see if I can even show you the ones that that I'm using so that, they can be, oh no, it doesn't show up on this screen. And YouTube, I don't think would like it if I talked about it. So guys, just watch what's happening this next couple of days. Tell your family to be careful. Tell them to be safe. Tell them to maybe don't make trips you don't have to make. Don't go into big crowds if you don't have to. Keep a watch. And if people start to act crazy, whether your family is on the left side, the right side, tell them if people start to act crazy, get out before it's too late. Think you got to take a phone call. Hold on, I'll be right back. Walk away. Do something. Just talk to them, because a lot of people don't know how to act. And when they don't know how to act, they sit there like the zombies and they just watch. I've seen people just watch horrible things. Then things that they get trampled over, things that they get brought into the fights over, just because they don't know. They're just watching. Whereas me, I'm like, oh, it's going down. I'm going to take this call. I'll be right back. And you just back away, walk away, get out of the place, get to a safe environment, start to make some calls, protect yourself, do all those different things. So tell your family, please start to take this seriously, because the next couple of days might be hairy. The next couple of weeks will be hairy, and 2025 is going to be a little scary. Thank you guys for being members here on the channel. Thank you so much. We are going to push out maybe a video or two, old ones, to the general channel so that people can kind of see what we do here. So thank you guys for everything that you do, and much love from my family to yours, and thanks for taking care of us. Stay safe out there.